On this, we're joined by Ahmed Mitchell. He's the National Deputy Executive Director on the Council on American-Islamic Relations. Edward, thank you so much for being with us. So
Sure.
this visit comes as Israel is escalating its conflict in Gaza, including creating a new corridor, cutting off Rafah in the south. How significant is the timing of this visit for Netanyahu in terms of looking to garner support from the US and also to score points at home as criticism mounts up there?
The indicted war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu is already getting pretty much everything that he wants from the Trump administration in terms of his genocide in Gaza. He's facing no pushback on the massacres he's committing every day, including this horrific murder of these 15 Palestinian medical workers caught on camera. So I'm not sure Netanyahu really needs anything more from Trump in terms of Gaza. What I think Netanyahu does want is to get some sort of win related to the tariffs that the administration put on Israel. And also, I think he wants to pressure Mr. Trump to agree to bombing Iranian nuclear facilities, even though that could create a regional war and a nuclear catastrophe in the region. And so I think Netanyahu just wants to get more. He's already got what he wants in Gaza. I think he just wants to get even more.
And what is the likelihood of that, do you think? What do you expect to come out of this? As you mentioned, the tariffs, Netanyahu will be very keen to discuss those. Do you think he'll cut some sort of deal with Trump? What are your expectations?
Well, it was a little surprising to see the president slap the 17% tariff rate on Israel, given how deferential he's been to the Israeli government. President Trump's biggest supporters financially during the campaign were very hostile anti Palestinian individuals, including Miriam Adelson. So I have no doubt that he's under intense pressure to cut some sort of deal with the Israeli government to reduce or lift those tariffs. So I would not be surprised if there's some sort of deal. Netanyahu makes some sort of nominal concession to the United States, and then Trump is able to lift or reduce those tariffs. But if that happens, I think it will be a signal once again to the American people that our government is not pursuing an America first agenda, but an Israel first agenda. That you can tariff, you can tax any country in the world, you can violate the free speech rights of any American about criticizing Israel, but you just cannot uphold the rights of the American people when those rights are weighed against the Israeli government. So I think it's going to anger the American people more if the Israeli government gets some sort of concession related to those tariffs that other countries are not getting.
And Edward, I note that Ron Dermer will be there too for this visit. How do you think that bodes for ceasefire talks? Do you think that there could be some reprieve coming for the people of Gaza who are facing these intensifying attacks since the ceasefire fell apart?
Look, Ron Dermer is a notoriously arrogant, dishonest, far right individual who thinks that the United States owes the Israeli government whatever it wants. And Mr. Dermer is very clearly indifferent not on the suffering of the Palestinian people, but the Israelis still being held captive in Gaza and whose lives are at risk with this indiscriminate bombing campaign. So I'm sure that Mr. Dermer's presence only reinforces Mr. Netanyahu's worst instincts and puts the people of Palestine and Israelis in even further danger.
Ahmed Mitchell, National Deputy Executive Director on the Council of American-Islamic Relations. Thank you so much for your time.